Welcome back. So today I wanted to do a winter haul video of all of the things that I purchased this past month for the season ahead. So winter is fast approaching and this season is basically my favorite season to shop for. I love anything that has to do with coats, boots, knitwear and things like that. So I'm just very excited, and I think I did a really good haul for this year and bought a lot of very calculated and mindful pieces that hopefully I will get a lot of wear out of for the years to come. So the first category that I wanted to talk about is knitwear, and then I wanted to also show some pieces that I bought from Bicester Village. I went this past weekend with my friend. We kind of have a tradition of going around autumn time / winter time to look at more kind of winter staple pieces, and we just really love the environment at Bicester Village during this time because they really do deck it out for Christmas. They had like a Joe Malone tent with all of these twinkle lights everywhere and polar bears dressed up in little puffer jackets as decoration, so it was just really cute. And yeah, I was very happy with the things that I purchased at Bicester, so I'll also show you those. But as I mentioned, I'm going to start off with knitwear. The first thing that I want to talk about is actually this jumper, which is from Arket. So this is the jumper that I actually spoke about in my last video of things that I wanted to buy for the autumn time, but obviously this can also transition into winter quite easily. It is, I think, 90% wool, and it's very warm, and I always wear it just working from home because it's really nice and cozy. So it has this boat shaped U-neck and really nice details that are a little bit more expensive looking. So I've seen these kinds of details being done in knitwear by the row. I can't justify spending, you know, £800 on a really nice designer piece of knitwear, even though I really want to, but I think this one from Arket really does the job for me. It also has a U-shaped curved hem like this, so it's actually a little bit lower in the back, which is nice if you want to wear some leggings with it, which I know is a huge trend for this season. I also got a few cardigans from Arket and Cos, so I'm going to talk about the Arket ones first because I actually bought this cream one full price at £89, but then the day that it arrived I checked the website again and I saw this on sale at 50% off, so I actually returned the £89 one and, you know, ordered the £45 one because why spend so much money if you can just get it on sale. This is the cream cardigan that I think I also mentioned in my last video, but I wanted a slightly different version. The one that I originally wanted was a little bit more expensive, but it had the seam for the armholes was around here, which for me I'm just not a huge fan of because I found that during winter times, especially if you're layering things underneath your cardigans, having the armhole be so high up close to your neck can really make your arms look a little bit more bulky than they are. So I wanted the drop shoulder one that this one had, plus it was £10 cheaper, so I thought I would just go for that one instead. This one has done super well. I just love how warm and cozy and oversized it is, and it also has these slits in the side, which is quite nice to debulkify your outfits. I've just gotten so much wear out of it that I saw the black one a little bit later. The black one was out of stock for the longest time, but then it came back in stock at, again, 50% off. So I thought because I got so much wear out of the white one already, I might as well just get both of the colors because you always need a black cardigan and a white cardigan if you have a casual / cozy wardrobe or style like I do. They're also 90% wool and a little bit of polyamide, so it's less scratchy than it could be, although it is still a bit on the scratchier side. So if you do have sensitive skin or you have lower tolerance for this kind of stuff, I don't think I would recommend wearing these cardigans just on its own. I just love these so much. They are super cozy, and I've been getting so much wear out of it because it's just so easy to throw on with, you know, a t-shirt underneath or just anything really. You can even wear a nice dress shirt or a collared shirt underneath and it would have kind of a, you know, Mia from Pulp Fiction vibes, a little bit like that. So I've been really enjoying these cardigans. This next one is a little bit of an impulse buy. This one caught my eye when I was on my way to Waterstones in Piccadilly Circus about a month ago, and Cos was doing a 70% off sale in store, and I just went in basically to check it out. I really didn't think that I was going to walk out with anything, but I actually walked out with 2 items, one of which is this cardigan. It's gorgeous. It is a kind of a true royal blue panel here with some marled blue and white details here with some navy pockets, and then the back is a bicolor navy blue and the blue marl. I just thought that, you know, all of these three blues put together is really dynamic, if that makes sense. It would add a little bit of dimension to your outfits if you really didn't know what to wear that day and you wanted to add a little bit of interest to your all black outfit, for example. This would actually just do the job for you just because of the composition of the colors. So yeah, I'm really happy with this. I actually wore this the other day to meet my friend's new corgi puppy, and she was really obsessed with the buttons over here. I think she's going through her teething stage, so she's been like nibbling on my sleeves and all my buttons and things like that, and I just thought that was really cute. And now every time I look at this cardigan, I just think of her. Her name is Winnie. So now I want to talk about the items that I purchased at Bicester. Bicester Village can be a little bit of an overwhelming place, I think, but me and my friend have been going for about 3 years now. We both wanted to go when we first moved here to London, and it's been kind of a tradition since then. With the pandemic happening right now, the process is a little bit different. Some stores allow you to queue and some stores do an online queuing system, but we still actually managed to hit up all of the stores that we wanted to go to, bar Dior. She didn't get to go to Dior to look at some twillies for her bag, but we went to Max Mara, which is the #1 spot that I wanted to go to at Bicester. I knew that I wanted a long maxi length coat in black, but actually trying on some black coats at Bicester Village and also at Cos, I just realized that the reason why I don't have a black coat in my wardrobe is perhaps because I don't like it. So I'm not going to force myself into buying something that I think I need. So this is a Weekend by Max Mara coat, so it's not full Max Mara. The real Max Mara coats at Max Mara, how many times can I say Max Mara, was still around 1,500 to 2,000 pounds, so I thought that that was still too much and out of my budget. This one is by Weekend by Max Mara, and it's the Ottana coat, and as you can see here, it has huge oversized lapels, which I just really love. I think this kind of style really suits me just because I'm a little bit on the taller side and I have a square shaped face, so I really like these oversized lapels to make my head look a bit smaller, if that makes any sense at all. And when I tried it on in all of the different colors that it came in, I think it came in chocolate, gray, beige, black, and navy. So I tried on all of those colors. I just gravitated so much more towards the navy just because it kind of has a black feel without being too harsh of a black color. And because I wear a lot of black footwear or black knitwear and things like that, I just didn't want to also make my coat black and just look like a really big black sack. This coat just really caught my attention. It's 100% merino wool, I think, and it has these unfinished lapel details. As you can see over here, it looks a little bit nibbled, if that makes sense, and I just really loved that. I really like a coat to have a little bit of detail that makes it a little bit more casual, because this coat obviously is a long maxi length overcoat, that having some sort of interest to it is just really nice. It's also single-breasted, I believe. No, sorry, it's double-breasted, but with just one line of buttons and a regular sleeve length and a back belt, so you can cinch it in at the waist. This is called the Ottana coat, and I know that I got it at Bicester Village, but I actually saw it on flannels.com for a discounted price as well. So if you're looking for a coat like this, I really recommend this. The lining inside is so smooth and supple, and the pockets are really deep. You can shove basically your entire hand in there, so during the winter times when it's really cold, you can really bundle up and stay cozy in this coat. So I'm really happy with it. I know that it was a little bit of a splurge because it's Max Mara, even though it's the kind of diffusion less expensive line, but I have a lot of vintage and high street coats, and I just thought for a style that I know is tried and true for me, I wanted to slowly go into more investment pieces that I don't have to replace on a yearly basis. This I know can last me for tens of years, maybe until, you know, I'm 80 and I shrink a little bit, then it might be too long for me. But I just thought it's time for me to get an investment coat, one that I really feel expensive and nice in, and this completely fits the bill for me. So the next thing that I got was actually from Acne Studios. It's another tried and true item for me. I have this scarf in the navy blue. I bought it when I first moved here to London as well in 2017. So I've had that navy blue scarf for about 3 years now, and I wore it so much for the entire 3 years that I thought that I wanted to get a different color in it. I didn't actually think that they did these Canada scarves anymore. I know that the recent ones, they have a different tag. So this one still has the old school tag from when I bought my navy scarf in store 3 years ago, and I just thought that this was a little bit nicer. I just like this tag more than the ones that they have now that's just a pink dash across that says Acne Studios. And you know, it's a little bit reminiscent of the time that I first moved to London, so I prefer this personally for me. Just thought that it went really well with my navy blue coat, if you can see it here. I just thought that this was very wintry, very old school, if that makes sense. And I love these scarves. I wore mine, as I mentioned, the navy blue one, so much. Now this scarf to begin with is a little bit scratchy because it is 100% virgin wool with no man-made materials to de-itchify it. It is scratchy when you first get it. This was the same case with my navy blue one, but with wear, the more you smush it, the more you kind of manipulate it, over the years it will soften and become a little bit more malleable and smoother to the touch. So if you want an Acne Studios scarf but you're a little bit hesitant on the scratchy material, just know that over time it will wear down and become a lot more soft and a lot more malleable and very cozy and comfortable. The thing that I got from Bicester Village is not a super exciting fashion buy, but it definitely is very practical, and I'm excited about that too. This is a pair of Timberland men's hiking boots. It has a kind of brown rolled shoelaces with a tapered round almond toe, and it's in a deep chocolatey brown color. The reason why I went for the men's version rather than the traditional version that they also have in women's is because the ankle padding at the top is much thinner than the ankle padding that they have for the traditional boots, which for me, I'm just not the biggest fan of. I wanted these pairs of hiking boots because I go on a lot of hiking trails with my boyfriend when we go back to visit his parents' house. They live in the countryside in England, and I also just wanted, you know, a pair of boots that I can just trek around in the rain in. We're going away for a little cabin getaway in a few weeks, and I just didn't have any appropriate footwear that weren't leather trainers that I'm too afraid to get dirty, fabric trainers that will get wet. I wanted, you know, a really nice pair of sturdy utilitarian boots that I can wear through mud and the winter time. So this is the pair of Timberland boots that I got at Bicester Village. That's it for all of my Bicester Village items, but now that we just spoke about footwear, I'm going to also move on to other footwear items that I got. In my last autumn, I think, intended things to buy video, I mentioned that I really wanted the Arket to the knee heeled boots, but they had a £250 price mark, and with my experience with the cardigan of it going on sale so soon after I just purchased it and it was new season, I was just a little bit skeptical about getting a full price item that was almost £300, so I wasn't really ready to splurge that amount of money yet, and plus I'm waiting for it to go on sale. But for now, I actually found these Cos boots in Cos when I was buying the cardigan at 70% off, and these were also 70% off. It was marked down to £54 from originally $190, I believe. Around high mid-calf boots, so they're not actually to the knee, which I found really convenient, especially for tucking under straight leg jeans. The toe shape I really did love. This is a very modern take on a riding boot, I think, because of the squared off toe and the low kind of stacked heel. I just thought that this had a very subtle style to it, even though it's a very simple utilitarian looking boot. The other pair of boots I got are from H&M. They are here. Now, these I know are an exact basically dupe of the Totem ones that I've been looking at for about a year now. I really love those, but for £800 I just can't justify it without ever having tried out the style or tried it on in person. So I thought that I would just get this pair from H&M that's a little bit more dressy, that is appropriate for faux leather leggings, for example, and stockings and dresses that I wanted to wear for every day, but on a dressier occasion if, you know, we can go out for lunch with friends again or anything. So these are a pair of wide shaft kitten heel boot with a rectangular shape heel that's very in the season, with a tapered toe. So it's almost kind of a tapered square toe. These are surprisingly comfortable and they look very leather-like, even though they are a faux leather. I'm impressed with the quality of faux leather in the industry nowadays. I think it used to look so much more plasticky, but then I think they figured something out to actually make it slouch and have that kind of natural shape of a leather boot. So I didn't mind spending just 40-ish something pounds on a pair of lookalikes for now that I can hopefully get a few years wear out of, and then decide for myself if I wanted to spend that amount of money on a real pair of Totem boots. I also had a black blazer on my list of things to buy. Now, a black blazer has been on my list of things to buy for about 2 whole years now, and I wanted an oversized fit, but I just didn't know again about the black color. To me, it just seems a little bit harsh, but I know that because it's black I can get a lot of wear out of it. But again, I wasn't too sure about the style, so I didn't want to spend 100-ish pounds on an Arket one, because I know that the Arket blazer silhouette is something that is tried and true for me. I really do enjoy shopping in the men's section. I think things are just so easy to be oversized. They're usually priced a little bit better than women's wear and things like that. So I found this in TKMaxx in Stratford, and it's by a brand called Selected Homme, I believe. So it's the men's line of Selected Femme. This was a good way for me to try out the oversized black blazer look, but I wouldn't be out an extortionate amount of money if I didn't actually enjoy the style. And because this is an organic wool, I'm also, you know, getting a good quality blazer for a much less price. It also has the lapels that have a little bit of the exposed seam stitching over here, as you can see, which is also on my coat. So it's kind of a style that I'm really gravitating towards lately. Not much to say about a black blazer, to be honest, but I think that this style is really working well for me. It has really accentuated and oversized shoulder pads. I got this in quite a large size, so I thought that this looked really well, actually. Really good with a t-shirt underneath and faux leather leggings, so that you can kind of balance out your proportions. I think my friend once mentioned to me, like in terms of like style tips, she said to always balance out your outfits. So if you have something oversized on top, wear something tighter on the bottom. If you want a more androgynous mixed look, pair something manly with something girly to just balance it all out. So I think that actually has worked out for me quite well. A few times I would wear oversized trousers or just wide leg trousers with an oversized top, and to be honest, in the mirror it looked fine, but then throughout the day I would catch glimpses of myself and find that I felt a little bulky and I looked a little bulky, which isn't the style that I'm going for. So I think I'm really going to take her advice to heart moving forward and just kind of use this rule and apply that to my everyday dressing and make things a bit easier for me. The last clothing item I got was a pair of jeans. This is a pair of mid-wash tapered leg jeans from Arket. I have such a hard time with jeans. I'm sure this is the case for a lot of people because I've had so many conversations about this with my friends, but the way that jeans fit you is so individual and so specific that it's difficult to hear about recommendations, because a pair of jeans that will fit one person might not necessarily work for you because of slight differences in your curve. Found recently that tapered leg jeans really suit me. They have that skinny leg shape, but it's in a mom jean kind of loose fit casual style, but not as dramatic as a straight leg jean, which can sometimes make me feel a little bit frumpy, especially on my calf side because it's too loose, but then a little bit tighter on top because I do have fuller hips. So I found that tapered leg jeans actually give me a straight leg look. This pair I bought in store, and because you're not allowed to try on clothes right now in stores in the UK, I actually did my little neck trick. So what you do is basically you just put it around your neck like this, and if the tab actually closes in and creates a full circle, then chances are it's going to fit. So these ones I actually put around my neck and they fit back then, but they have actually stretched a little bit. So I would say go your true size. With rigid denim like this, I usually go a size up just because I don't want to suffocate when I'm sitting down. But because these stretch, I think you can just go with your true size, and maybe you'll suffocate once or twice, but then the third time you wear it, you'll be completely fine. That's it for my clothing items, and I do have one last thing to show that I'm very, very excited about, and it is my Louis Vuitton Ellipse PM bag. I bought this vintage off of Vestiaire Collective last week, I believe, and since then I've just been putting it around my house and just staring at it. I think it's just kind of a tradition that I do with my new bags. I love this so much. I have another video on this, so I'm not going to drone on too much about it, but I have been looking to get a vintage Louis Vuitton bag for about 5 or 6 years now, but I've always been so skeptical about what kind of shape I want, what kind of condition and money that I'm willing to pay for a vintage bag. And this just kind of came and stumbled into my life when I was getting ready for bed one day. I was just scrolling on the Vestiaire Collective website, and I saw this style bag from another seller, and instantly I was like, wow, what is that? That was everything that I purchased this month. I mean, I also bought some really basic t-shirts and things like that, but that's really boring to show, so I just won't talk about it. Thank you so much for watching. As always, my channel is super small, so to whoever is watching this and subscribe to me, thank you a lot. It really does mean a lot to me. Videos that I make, I always try to be as helpful as I can be and candid in terms of being an average person who has a 9-to-5 job but enjoys nicer things. I really hope that this is relatable to you if you also have similar interests to me, and if you have any questions at all, as always, just leave them down in the comments below and I'll get back to you, and I will talk to you in the next one. Bye!